What's up?
Joey, man, how's it going?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Good, good. First of all, talk a little bit about your freshman season coming in. I know you didn't carry the ball a whole lot. Obviously, you're a running back, but you played a big role on special teams. Like, what did you kind of learn from that experience? Play your first time playing college football.
I think I learned a lot about doing dirty work and not being like afraid to hit and be physical with people in the hole who are a lot bigger and like more experienced than I am. And I think it really just opened my eyes to being able to go against those DNs and those linebackers and stuff on kickoff return and kickoff and all that stuff. Now when I'm running against them on the field, like, it's easier. I can break them down myself with the ball in my hand. So I feel like all the special teams rep just helped me further the experience I can have for the offense.
What have you been working on this spring personally? Like, how do you want to become, making sure that you're going to be carrying the ball this season too?
I've been working on just getting lower and just becoming like an undeniable red zone threat. Like, I want to be a person that if the ball is in my hands, you know it's going to go in the end zone at the end of the drive. And that's just something I've really been working on. And speed after getting after contact, breaking tackles, all of that.
That was kind of Isaiah Bowser last season. I think he had 16 or 17 touchdowns, all on the 5-yard line. I mean, he walked. How did he help you, and maybe what did you learn from him?
I learned a lot from him of just like keep cycling your legs. If you see a linebacker coming over across this way, you know to make a cutback out to the outside, or keep it in the inside. Don't be afraid to just put your head down, go for extra yards. Don't be afraid, and don't feel like some type of way from getting like 3-yard or 4-yard carries. Like, be fine with that and just look to break something further on.
Jordan, how are you seeing the offensive line work in front of you? Are you getting those holes that you want, scrimmages and practices, or is that still communication?
Oh yeah, I see them all just creating like unstoppable double teams to the left side, or like a nice base block to the right side. Like, I can see all of that like happening all in front of me. And when the O-line does that, it makes it a lot easier to read and get to the second level, and it becomes like more fluid. Like, I'm pretty sure it happened probably like 5 or 6 times today where I've had runs where it became fluid, where I can see the O-line making it, and they just made it all easier.
Jordan, how much you talked about the physicality with the being on special teams. How much does that help you when it comes to blocking, when you're coming out of the backfield? I mean, it's an important piece for a lot of running backs. How much does that kind of maybe help you along a little bit of that?
Oh, that experience with special teams, that made it to where it's like, there's no fear or anything. If I'm seeing if it's whether or not it's a linebacker, a DN, a safety, anyone comes off the edge, I'm gonna go pick them up. Like, I've already ran against them on kickoff return, punt, all of that. Like, there's no fear when I get on the offense now.
Today's scrimmage, so offense or defense, who won the day?
CT said defense, but offense definitely won it. I can tell you offense definitely won it. Like, I was in the end zone twice myself. I know offense won it.
Oh, well, tell me, can you kind of fill us in on what you guys did? So you got 2 touchdowns. We heard a little bit about what DeMarcus did. So tell us about what happened there.
Bowman, he breaking things to the outside, making people look silly, jumping over people like Johnny said. And you got RJ just doing what RJ Harvey does. You got receivers like X. Like Xavier Townsend, he had a nice play across the down the middle of the field. We got Chauncey Madwood, Trent Whittemore, all of them. Like, we're all just making plays together. The quarterbacks, even though they're not fully able to hit, like, they're able to still show their legs, show their eyes and their advancement and their reads and stuff. So, like, all the offenses come together.
How is the offense different under Darren Hinshaw? Is it just fundamentally different? Are you guys moving the ball better or passing? What are you kind of seeing that's different than last year?
I think the biggest difference I see is everyone's confidence level. And, like, knowing when we go on the field, everyone's starting to really understand their assignments, and they're starting to really be able to play confident and fast and know what they have before we line up.
What's it like playing for Cam Martin, your running back coach? He's a young guy too.
Oh yeah, no, it's amazing. Playing for Cam is amazing because he was in the same position that we are now, like not that long ago. Probably like, I'm not gonna disrespect his age, so I'm not gonna say that. He was in the same position we are not that long ago, so he knows what he's talking about. He experienced what we talk about. Like, he knows how the game has changed in our generation. He's not like an older dude who would probably tell us like, oh, if you see a cut this way, go this way, like all these different things. Cam knows how the game has changed. He knows linebackers have gotten faster. He knows safeties are coming down harder. He knows all those other things, so he trusts us and teaches us how to run safely with our abilities that we have now.
How big is this year for you? Obviously, you got your feet wet last year, played a lot of special teams, but I mean, you want to earn a role on offense as well. So how important is this season to you, and what do you want to accomplish?
Oh yeah, everyone says sophomore season is the biggest season to make a jump and a rise and prove yourself, and I think that this season is really just time for me to prove myself and to show what I can really bring for UCF for the future.
Jordan, any defensive guy really making life impossible for you guys back there, or are you guys kind of holding your own?
Oh, we're definitely holding our own, but to give like shout outs, like Jason Johnson and Walter Yates, like those are some real people. Like you got the freshman John Walker, you got Ricky Barber, Lee Hunter, all of them. A whole defense makes it hard for us back there, but that also just makes it to where when we come back and we gain the experience from going against that, we can just adjust and raise our game to the next level to meet them too.
Jordan, which one would you rank as the best thing? Is a big block, making a big block on a defender, or making a tackle and miss and miss a tackle, or making a defender miss a tackle? Which one do you prefer to do?
See, I want to say big block, but my heart is always going to say making a tackle and miss, because there's just something different about seeing someone miss across you, or knowing you just broke a tackle and you just know the other person's behind you looking silly right now, and like you get to that next level and you're just doing some crazy things.
So you said you had 2 touchdowns?
Oh yeah.
Can you kind of tell us about those? How far out were you? Were they kind of like what we saw from Bowser last year, or what kind of runs did you have?
The first one was a nice little like inside zone, just like a 3-yard run. It wasn't something like that too crazy. The second one was inside draw, and I think it was a cool 15 or 17 yards, and was able to break a lot of tackles, make guys miss on that play. So it was just some nice base inside runs, but it's things that are just creating base standards for me to make myself a red zone threat.
I'm trying to remember when you committed. You might have committed to UCF before they even got the Big 12 news. I'm not sure. I think you were actually committed before then. So you know where the team is going. You guys go to the Big 12 this year. Just how exciting is that for you? Power 5, new competition. I mean, how pumped are you for that?
Oh, I'm extremely pumped. It's time for us to make a name for ourselves, and we're going to make our name for ourselves countrywide. Like, shoot, I'm even planning to make a name for ourselves worldwide, going viral, making plays, doing things to teams that people don't expect for us to do, scoring points, getting those high games, making shutouts. The full team is going to do some complete things in the Big 12, and we're going to make a lot of noise that people are going to see.
You said that the confidence on offense is maybe the biggest change. Like, how confident are you guys, and what can you guys do? Like, how good can this offense be?
Oh, this offense could be amazing. We talk about and we all believe and we all know that we can be the #1 offense in the nation. We can be, without a doubt, rushing, passing, no matter what it is, we can be #1. We can do the things that anyone else can do. We can do the things that people don't expect for us to see. And the confidence from everyone is, you can really tell that everyone's bought in, everyone knows the process, everyone's working. You have Javon, Kobe, never taking plays off. You have Eggs, Chauncey, Trent, all of them blocking down the field, playing without the ball. RB's starting to play without the ball. RB's playing with the ball. Everyone playing with the ball. Like, it's just, we all bought in.
Anything else for Jordan? Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, Jordan.
You got 5. You got your number, right?
Oh, yeah.